To another installment of the SQL Table Transformation Codecademy walkthrough. If you hear snoring in the background, my sincere apologies. It's the cat. So here I'm gonna click resume and check at the bottom. We should have done all this stuff already, waiting for Codecademy to load. So non-correlated subqueries, we've done that. Okay, now we have okay, this is what we have not done. Great, the query we just ran is just one kind of subquery, what we refer to as the non-correlated subquery. A non-correlated subquery is a subquery that can run independently of the outer query, as we saw, can be used to complete a multi-step transformation. Let's try one more non-correlated subquery. Perhaps we like to look at the selection of flights whose origin tables is a C plane base, designated by C plane underscore base. The facility type of an airport is located in the fact type field of the airport table. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, what I like to do, so this is SQL. So SQL with commenting is a slash and then asterisk. Okay, so I always like to check out what kind of table I'm looking at first. I like to do select all from airports, just to know what I'm dealing with. Okay, remember, we have to add the semicolon. So Codecademy is a great tool for learning syntax, grammar of the coding language. So I see there's a lot of IDs, code, side number, fact type. Okay, wonderful. And then I want to say where fact type, so it's important to type it exactly as it is, equals to C plane base. Apologize. I really apologize for the snoring in the background. Okay, something went wrong. Select all from airports where fact type equals to C plane base. Interesting. Is there really none? I'm just gonna save this statement here and add a semicolon and just do C. There's airport, helicopter. I guess this goes on and on all the way. C. There should be some. Definitely saw that. There's a space. So actually, we just found a minor error here. I think you have to delete this in order for it to show. Let's take a look. There we go, I think. Yes, in the database, there is no underscore. So we have to use a space here. And the single quote nicely encloses a compound word. If I just use without a quote, the computer would get very confused because we think C plane base is a keyword in your coding. And here, we usually surround the values in single quote or double quote. There's some nuances there. So we found a bug. Very nice. Using the same pattern, find flight information about flights where the Federal Aviation Administration region, FAA region, is in the South region. Okay, so we have FAA region. We're just gonna replace that now. Okay, is in the South region. So ASO. This one, because it's not a compound word, okay, it nicely, easily pop up the answer. But remember, we're not trying to get just the answer from the airports table. We really want the flights, like the air table is like sort of the ref table, the reference tables, and doesn't change very often. So the reality is we want to select from the flights table where, and we want to say it's not gonna be origin. So we wanna first take another look at the flights table and see what's in there. Select all. Okay. See if there's a type field that can match up. There's a region field that can match to the FAA. So let's see. This is our origin. Maybe not so. Same pattern. Find the flight information about flights where the FAA region. So we just want to find the field that's called FAA region or something similar. Airports. Okay, so it's really airports. Okay, so we'll still use origin then, because there is a thread that connects the two tables, the flights table and the airports table, and that's the origin. So we'll say origin again, where origin in. So I do agree the explanation is not at the best. It may not be clear for beginners what the question is really asking. Okay, we're gonna keep trying. Use the select statement to view all the flights with origin in airports where FAA is ASO. So a syntax might have gone wrong. Let's see. Select all from flights where, okay. This is hard to see, but once you get more experience, you realize I have put 2 semicolons, and that's why the query got a little confused where to end, and there's still another error. So let's take another look. Select all from flights where origin in. Select all. So I'm just going to format it nicely, because sometimes formats might also be sensitive here. Shouldn't be, but okay, I'm just gonna do it exactly as it is. There we go. Select all from flights where origin in. Select this is another problem, right? Like here, I selected from the entire table rather than just the code. And remember, there is one thing thread, a foreign key that connects the two tables together, is the origin in the flights table and the code in the airports table. Those two are equivalent. And that's what I mean by a thin thread connecting the two. And you may wonder at the end of this video why I put you through the trouble of, making mistakes. Why don't I just prepare this ahead of time? The reality is Codecademy, we get stuck in there. It's a really good tool, but we get stuck. And we get stuck in programming often. So this is like a real world scenario where we get stuck and we have to slow down. Very frustrating, but we slow down. Read our code. Read it out loud to debug. Run the code. Read the error message. And sometimes Google, and more often than not Google, and view Stack Overflow. So while that may be tedious, it is very, very common.